I struck a match, and the corner lit up in an instant. I closed my eyes, pretending it was a candle on a birthday cake. What should I wish for this year?
Alina, why are you hiding here instead of working?
I'm coming. As I walked out, I heard someone singing happy birthday. I looked over and saw Bella having a big fancy birthday party with her friends. Same birthday. But how are our lives so different? Hi, I'm Alina. I grew up in a slum where just having a full meal could make your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join my story adventure. I've always admired rich people. They can afford nice clothes, good food, and I bet they sleep peacefully without money problems keeping them up. Bella's life was the total opposite of mine. I still remember the first time I met her. She had this graceful, elegant vibe that left a real impression. That morning, I stopped by the bakery to grab something quick before school. After checking prices back and forth, I picked yesterday's cake discounted, and buy one get one free. Such a deal. But right when I went to pay, I realized all my money had fallen out. I'm panicking and I don't know what to do.
Are you still planning to pay or not?
Just give me a sec.
I'll pay for her.
I turned around and saw this pretty, elegant girl. She quickly paid and gently handed me the bag. Oh, thank you. Can I have your number? I'll pay you back later.
No need, it's just a cake.
I stood there gripping the bag tight, watching her walk away. Maybe not all rich people are cold like I thought. And guess what? Bella ended up being the new student in my class. On her first day, everyone rushed to befriend her. Rich people always seemed to shine. No one ever welcomed me like that on my birthday. While I was stuck working at the diner, I saw Bella throwing this huge birthday bash. She noticed me too and came closer to me. I can't. I'm still working.
Boss, can Alina leave early? I'll dip 50% of today's bill.
Deal. Alina, you can head out early.
Just like that, Bella pulled me into the party.
My mom said I was born on a lucky day. Maybe that's why I'll live a happy life.
I was born today too, but my life's nothing like yours.
Wait, today's your birthday too? Then let's blow out the candle together.
I was kinda surprised it was her party, but she didn't mind sharing it with me. After the party ended and everyone left, only Bella and I stayed behind. I was about to head home when she grabbed my hand.
Wait here for a sec.
Then she stepped out. A moment later, she came back holding a gift box.
Happy birthday.
You bought this for me? I opened it. Inside was a stunning dress, probably super expensive. I don't have anything for you.
But you gave me a good friend, didn't you? I mean, we were born on the same day. Feels like fate.
A rich girl like Bella wanting to be friends with someone like me? But her eyes were so genuine, I couldn't say no. And well, having a rich bestie didn't sound too bad. From that day on, everything changed. I no longer had to bike to school on my old beat-up bicycle because Bella's private car picked me up. On weekends, she took me shopping. My closet filled up fast. At first I felt shy, but Bella's warmth made it easy to enjoy her help. One afternoon after class, she invited me over. Her house was a full-on mansion right in the city center. Straight-up castle vibes.
Help me prep some snacks and fruit, will you?
We were chilling, watching a movie, when the front door slammed open. 3 people walked in.
I'm carrying all this stuff and no one helps. Useless.
I'm starving. Make me something now.
Wait, were those Bella's parents? Why were they so rude?
Oh, Bella, you brought a friend over.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be upstairs.
Then she tugged me up to her room. Wait, aren't those your parents?
They're my aunt and uncle. My parents, they died in an accident 3 years ago, so my relatives moved in to take care of me.
Still, something about the family gave me a weird feeling. That night, Bella invited me to stay for dinner with her family. Her aunt and uncle just kept piling food onto Jay's plate, their son without even asking Bella once. Plus, they ate like wild animals. Table a total mess. I couldn't eat a thing. So I glanced over at Bella. She barely touched her food. You should eat more, Bella. Suddenly, she collapsed forward, breathing fast. Her skin broke out in red blotches. I freaked out.
Bella, are you okay? Someone call a doctor.
But her aunt and uncle still munched away like nothing happened.
Just a little allergy. No need to waste time calling a doctor. A pill will do.
Gosh, were they even her real family? Thank goodness one of the maids had the sense to call a doctor. After Bella got checked and took her meds, she started feeling better. Turns out she's allergic to beef, and the maid had accidentally mixed it with pork and the stuffed peppers. But the part I couldn't stop thinking about, how no one in that house seemed to actually care about her. Was she even happy living like this? Later that night, Bella insisted on driving me home. I was waiting by the gate when...
Need me to give you a ride, Alina?
I'm good, thanks. But he wouldn't back off. The more he talked, the grosser it got. I tried to move away, but he still refuses to give up.
I've had a thing for you since the moment I saw you. Be my girl, yeah?
Stay away from me. Right then, Bella stormed over and yanked me out of his grip.
Don't touch my friend.
You dare get in my business.
When he tried to rush at Bella, I ran over and gave him a beating. Then I quickly pulled Bella away.
Thank you.
If he ever lays a hand on you again, I swear I'll knock the crusty out of him. After that, Bella and I became inseparable. One day she got sick, so I dropped by after school to check on her. But as I passed Jay's room, I froze as I heard her name.
I tricked that dumb girl into signing the asset transfer contract. Tomorrow I'll see the lawyer, and that fortune will be ours.
Finally, I'll keep the contract tonight. I'm going with you tomorrow.
So they planned to steal everything from her. I had to stop them. Getting close to Jay was my best shot at grabbing the contract. If I could get it to Bella, she could shut this whole scam down. Jay, I need to talk to you.
What's up? Still haven't apologized for stomping my foot, you know.
I'm sorry, I was just nervous. So is your offer to be your girlfriend still on the table?
Knew you'd come around. You're lucky I'm generous. You're forgiven.
I asked if I could hang out in his room and play games. Of course he said yes in a heartbeat. I'm starving. I want a sandwich, but only if you make it yourself.
You got it. Wait right here.
The second he left, I tore through his room looking for the contract, finally found it deep inside his desk drawer. But when I was about to leave the room, he suddenly came back. Startled, I quickly hid the documents, but he had already seen them.
You tricked me.
Thinking quickly, I rushed at him and stomped on his foot, then ran away. He chased after me, and when I was near the gate, he caught me.
Give me that contract?
Over my dead body. We wrestled over it, back and forth. I pushed him with all my strength, and the paper tore in two. I stood there stunned, holding half of it, and then I heard a loud crash from the street. Doctors rushed Jay into surgery.
My poor baby boy.
Jay's parents and Bella arrived at the hospital. Bella's uncle grabbed the driver by the collar.
You hit my son. You'll pay for this.
It wasn't me. He fell into the road on his own. I saw that girl push him.
You?
I was just trying to get the contract. Your uncle tricked you into signing away your inherit. I handed Bella the contract. Well, what was left of it, but her aunt snatched it right away and tore it to pieces.
So what? Now? There's no contract left, no proof. I tricked her, but we've got a witness for you pushing my son. I'll make sure you rot in jail.
Please let Elena go. I'll do whatever you want.
I watched them whisper back and forth while my heart pounded like crazy.
If you want me to let her off the hook, transfer all your assets to my name.
You two are unbelievable. Don't listen to them, Bella.
Okay, I agree.
Bella, girl, are you out of your mind? While they were in Jay's hospital room, it was just the two of us in the hallway. Why would you do that?
You got us into all this mess trying to protect me. If I can't do the same for you, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alina, you mean more to me than all that money. But now that I've got nothing, would you still want to be friends?
I hugged her tightly and cried like a baby. Of course I do. I want to be your bestie forever. After they got their hands on Bella's inheritance, Jay's parents kicked her out. So I brought her home with me. At first, I was worried she wouldn't get used to the tiny apartment. But she adjusted like a champ. Every morning, I walked to school with her and we chat about funny stories. We studied, worked part-time, and supported each other. It wasn't a glamorous life, but I'd never felt happier. When our college acceptance letters came in, we decided to celebrate with a proper feast. On our way, we passed Bella's old mansion. And to our shock, there was a big foreclosure sign hanging at the gate. I turned to ask the neighbor next door, excuse me, do you know where that family moved to?
Oh, them. Gambled away everything. Been gone a while now.
Karma really came for them. I glanced at Bella, who looked deep in thought. You still worried about them?
They made their own bed. No point dwelling now. Let's eat. I'm starving.
As we walked away, I looked back at that house. Someday I'll buy it back for her. That's a promise. Hi! I'm Angelina, and my story, it's kind of crazy. But before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel. My mom worked as a maid at the mansion of a wealthy family, and because she couldn't afford to send me to school, I went with her to work. By the time I was 8, I was helping her with small chores around the house. The owner was a really rich CEO who was never at home, and his wife was really self-obsessed. She left her daughter, Maddie, with the house staff to get beauty treatment so often that when Maddie was little, she called my mom, her mom.
Mom.
I didn't mind, because even though she was a couple of years younger than me, she was my best friend. One day, Maddie and I were just settling down to watch a movie in her room when someone flung the door open. It was Maddie's mom, and she did not look happy to see me.
You girl, what do you think you're doing in my daughter's room?
Mom, don't talk to her like that. She's my friend.
Her mom gave me a glare and walked away. The next day, Maddie's mom called me to her chambers, and I just knew I was in trouble. When I walked in, she got up and said,
I can see you're spending so much time in my daughter's room when she's at school, so I've decided to enroll you in her school too, and you can work afterwards. No need to thank me. Close the door behind you.
School! I think Jaren went to tell Maddie the great news. She seemed excited too, but when we got there together, she asked me to walk a few steps away from her, and once she met her friends, she disappeared. What was going on? I found out soon enough when I was sitting alone in the cafeteria at lunch. A group of girls walked up to me and put a big backpack on the table.
You're Maddie's maid, right? She said, we can ask you to do anything. After school, carry this to my car. I'll be waiting.
Take these assignments with you. I expect them to be ready by tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow morning. Get me a latte and a donut. Here's the money. Keep the change.
What on earth? I ran out to look for Maddie and found her in the girls' bathroom. Maddie, why are you telling people that I'm your maid? I thought we were friends.
Well, Angelina, of course we are, but only at home. I have a reputation to maintain here, and I can't mingle with someone like you in public. You get it, right? See you at home, bestie.
She walked away while I stood there shocked. Was this the same sweet Maddie I know my entire life? Maddie and her friends were always dumping their homework on me and making me run around for errands, and I was getting exhausted. I didn't even get time to study for a big math test and ended up with a big fat D. Later that day, when Maddie and her gang walked up to me and handed me a list of errands for our party, I tore it up. I've had enough. You guys have hands. Don't you do this yourselves?
Oh, that's rich coming from someone as poor as you. You know I pay for your school, right?
Before I could reply, I heard a boy's voice behind me.
Cut it out, Maddie. You don't pay for anything. Now buzz off before I tell Dad what a brat you've been.
It was Dwayne, Maddie's older brother. I'd seen him around the house, but he mostly kept to himself. Maddie looked furious and stomped off angrily. Dwayne smiled at me.
Sorry, she can be a jerk sometimes. Don't let her push you around. And since you're new here, let me know if you need help with something.
Well, actually, there is one thing. Are you any good at math? Because I'm really sucking at it. He started tutoring me at home, and by the time 7th grade ended, I was getting straight A's. But my grades weren't the only things that changed. As I grew older, I seemed to be catching the attention of a lot of guys. One day, I wrapped up my chores quickly for a movie date with a really cute guy. And just as I was leaving, Maddie screamed.
Oh, Angelina.
When I reached her room, I wanted to pull her hair out. She had dumped every single pair of footwear she owned on the floor and handed me a toothbrush.
These are really delicate shoes, so take your time and clean them with this. I need them all by tomorrow morning.
How many shoes are you going to wear at a time? Can't I do the rest later?
Mom, Angelina and her mom might need to be let go.
I had no choice but to do what she said. My day got canceled, and well, this was the first of many. Maddie always found some way to ruin things for me, and slowly all the boys stopped asking me out. One day when Dwayne and I were studying, I caught him looking at me. What is it?
You know Maddie is just threatened by you, right?
Threatened? By me? Why?
You're smarter, prettier, and so much nicer than her. You don't think she knows that?
I could feel myself blushing hard. Just then, Mom called me to help with the dishes, and I floated away on cloud 9. A little later, Maddie appeared, throwing a letter on the kitchen table.
This friend of mine really likes you, Kundos. Why? He's really shy, so he asked me to give you this.
And why are you suddenly being nice to me?
I just said he's my friend, didn't I? I'm not doing. This for you? Just write a response quickly, so I can hand it to him tomorrow.
When I opened the letter, I felt really flattered, but I also cringed a bit. Dear Angelina, or should I call you my angel? I wish I could talk to you, but your beauty just makes me speechless. I wrote back and kept an eye on her the next day to see who she handed the letter to. But she was surrounded by so many boys that it was impossible to tell. The next week, she gave me another letter. Hi, my angel. I think I have the courage to face you. Meet me behind the school tonight at 7 p.m. I was really curious about who this guy was, so I decided to go to the meeting spot. Half an hour went by, and it was getting chilly. Suddenly, Maddie and her friends jumped out of the shadows, laughing hard and recording me.
You thought someone was interested in you? How dumb are you made?
What? This was all you guys?
Duh. Just because some losers asked you out doesn't mean you're something special. Gosh, you're so pathetic. Poor Cinderella waiting desperately for Prince Charming.
I was almost about to attack her when suddenly someone took my hand. It was Dwayne. He pulled me away, and we started walking back home.
I overheard Maddie telling her friends how she wrote those letters to play this dumb prank on you. She's so immature.
She and I used to be best friends. I don't understand why she hates me so much. As tears pour down my face, Dwayne put his jacket around my shoulders, pulling me a little closer.
I don't know why anyone want to lose you as a friend. You are something special.
Before I knew it, he leaned in for a kiss, and it was amazing. Even though the video of me waiting for a non-existent boy was making the rounds at school and everyone was making fun of me, I didn't really care. Dwayne and I had secretly started dating, and the next few weeks were bliss. Dwayne and I were making out in his room one day, when suddenly, Maddie barged in looking down on her phone.
The parents are out and I'm having a party. Can you invite some of your hot friends? Wait, what is she doing here?
Angelina is my girlfriend, you idiot. Now get out.
He shut the door on her face and we heard a tiny crack. Do you think she broke her nose?
Doesn't matter. She's been getting a change at the plastic surgeons for years.
We laughed and started kissing again when we were rudely interrupted again a little later. But this time, it was his mom with Maddie grinning behind her.
Dwayne, seriously, you know all the richest girls in town and you choose this maid? I mean, if this is only for fun and not public, then fine, do whatever, but be careful. She's probably only after your money,
Mama.
Listen, lady, Dwayne asked me out. I didn't, and your money doesn't give you the right to treat anyone like garbage. If you want to be respected, you have to treat others with respect too. Just then, Mom came running, looking pale as a ghost.
What have you done? How can you talk to Madam like that? Apologize right now.
But I didn't. Needless to say, my mom was fired, and I was taken out of the school. When I was packing up my stuff, Maddie walked in and threw some old dresses of hers at me.
Here's a parting gift. They were going in the trash anyway, so same difference.
What happened to you, Maddie? Why did you turn into this awful person and just forgot that we were best friends?
Oh, please. I was only Bird at home and you were hired to entertain me. And then you forgot your place. We were never best friends. We never could be.
Well, good luck finding true friends then, Maddie, because the ones you have right now are just here for your money, and I never cared about that. With that, I picked up my bags and left. Dwayne kept texting me, but I didn't have the heart to reply. It was better this way, probably. We were worlds apart. Soon after, Mom found a job as a waitress, but it wasn't enough to make ends meet. So I managed to get a job as a cashier at a local bookstore. And one evening, Dwayne walked in.
Angelina, I'm so sorry about everything my mother said. I really love you. Please give me another chance. I won't ever let her say anything mean to you again.
The next day, I walked into the mansion, and before his mom could say a word, I stopped her with my hand. I'm not your maid anymore. I'm an independent girl dating your grown-up son, and you can't do anything about it. We dated for the next few years, and I graduated high school. I started working at a local cafe, and the old lady who owned the place grew really fond of me. But one day, she suddenly passed away. I had barely registered the news when a man in a suit came into the cafe and asked for me.
The owner has left the business to a girl called Angelina. Where is she?
Oh my God, what? She had left the entire cafe to me. And with that, life changed forever for me and my mom. We both started working together and turned the place around. It became one of the most popular spots in town. One day, Maddie and her mom walked into the cafe, and a few minutes later, I heard Maddie screaming at a waitress.
Are you stupid? So what if it's not on the menu? Just go ask your chef to make me a salmon salad.
I walked over to their table, and their eyes almost popped out. Ladies, please leave the cafe immediately. We refuse service to ill-mannered customers.
Oh, and you! Another waitress is allowed to talk to me like that. Call the management, and I'll have you fired right now.
I am the management, and I will have you thrown out now. As my staff escorted them outside, the humiliation on their faces was epic for me. With all the money I made, I opened 3 new cafes in the next 2 years. And by the time Dwayne came back from university, there were 4 more. One day, as I was leaving work, I noticed a bunch of paparazzi outside. Suddenly they parted, and Dwayne walked towards me with flowers and a ring.
Angelina, will you do me the honor of marrying me?
Yes, of course! All the journalists snapped pictures and cheered as we kissed.
How does it feel being engaged to the richest boy in town?
It's not a big deal. I'm rich too, you know. Dwayne and I flew away to a private beach to get married, amongst friends and Mom, of course. Naturally, his family did not come. We have our own home and 3 cats, and we're all very happy.
Hi, I'm Emery, and this is my story. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. When I was a kid, my parents always fought a lot. Mom got so fed up that she yanked me out of bed one night and snuck me out the door. Mom, I'm sleepy. I want to go to bed.
Shh. Quiet.
The next thing you know, we'd moved to a tiny apartment in a strange town, and I hated it. I screamed and cried for Mom to take us back home. Take me back! This is whack! I tried reaching out to my dad, but he was always too busy. That made me sad. But Mom found ways to cheer me up. Eventually, I got used to our new place, and hanging out with Mom was pretty cool. After a while, Mom met someone new. Soon they were married, and we moved into a new house. My stepdad was nice, but his daughter was a witch.
Hey Naomi, welcome your new mom and stepsister.
Welcome them. You, Dad, they're poor. Why are we keeping them here and feeding them? They're disgusting and gross.
Haha, she's just kidding. She's a little shy. She's a sweetheart once you get to know her.
Naomi was the worst. She threw ketchup in my face, turned the lights off when I was reading, tossed my clothes out the window, and stole all my toys. I tried to tell my mom what was going on.
Hey babe, we're guests here. Naomi is a bit spoiled, but we have to learn to accept her.
Thank God Naomi and I didn't go to the same school. Naomi went to an expensive school for brats, and I begged my mom and stepdad to let me stay at my old school. But a few years later, things took a turn. My stepdad's company lost a ton of money and he couldn't keep up with the bills.
Girls, money is tight, so we'll have to enroll both of you in public school.
Public school? No!
Naomi threw the biggest tantrum and refused to eat for a week. Though I caught her sneaking cookies from the kitchen at night. On the first day of school, Naomi acted like a total spoiled brat.
Hey everyone! You may see this girl talking to me, but that doesn't mean we're related. She's just our maid.
No, she's our maid.
No, she's our maid.
No, she is our maid.
No, she's our maid.
Naomi and I fought all the time. We shouted at each other in the hallway, had a food fight in the cafeteria, and one time during science class, we started shoving each other and accidentally hurt the teacher who was trying to separate us. She ended up with a broken nose. The kids thought we were insane. Neither of us had any friends. I mean, I couldn't blame them. Naomi was a crazy witch and I'm cool, but shy and weird and insecure and invisible. So yeah, after weeks of being outcasts, we grew a bit closer. Just a bit. 'Cause we were lonely, and we only had each other. Then one day in first grade, our parents sat us down to give us some news.
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh really? That's cool!
A baby? Why would you go and do a stupid thing like that?
The baby came and my parents were so happy.
A beautiful little boy.
Isn't he precious? Let's call him Sam.
I fell in love with Sam immediately, even though he was annoying. He cried a lot and peed all over the place. Naomi avoided Sam like the plague. She'd lock herself in her room and only came out to eat.
Look at his stupid, dirty face. Oh my God. Why is he throwing food everywhere?
I played with Sam every day.
You're so good with him. Honey, could you watch Sam while Dad and I run some errands?
Sure, no problem. As time went on, Mom and Dad started leaving him with me all the time. Eventually, I was Sam's permanent babysitter. When Sam turned 2, he turned into a maniac. He drew on the walls with crayons, smashed an expensive vase, and poured milk in my dad's office drawer. And they blamed me every time.
That vase cost a fortune. I'm taking it out of your allowance.
But it's not my fault.
I told you so.
Told me what?
That the brat was a bad idea. It's only gonna get worse.
And Naomi was right. One day, I had a huge chemistry test and told my parents way in advance that I needed to study. But they still shoved Sam in my face and just left. I'd had enough. I dropped Sam off in Naomi's room and headed out the door.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm done with this family. I'm out of here.
You can't just leave me with this thing.
Watch me. Look, Sammy, she has cookies. Sam grabbed Naomi and I walked out the door.
No, get away. Leave me alone. Help.
I hopped on the bus and went straight to my dad's. He was out of town when I got there, so his maid let me in. For the first time in a long time, I had peace and quiet. My mom and stepdad freaked out when they found out I'd left, but I refused to come back. In school the next day, Naomi ran up to me looking crazy.
I can't take it. Please come back home.
I thought you hated me?
I do, but Sam's a demon. He tore up all my clothes and flushed my makeup down the toilet.
Sounds like you're getting a taste of your own medicine. I turned to walk away, but then Naomi started bawling like a big baby.
Please, I'll do anything. Just come back home.
Okay, maybe I'll come back, but on one condition. You have to do what I say when I ask.
No way. I'm not your maid.
You won't be my maid, you'll be my assistant.
That's even worse.
Take it or leave it. Naomi reluctantly agreed. But even if she hadn't, I'd have moved back anyway because I missed my little Sam. The thought of him being ignored by my shallow parents and selfish Naomi made me sick to my stomach. I moved back in, and whenever our parents left us with Sam, I'd set up a schedule so Naomi and I shared the responsibilities. Things were great for a while, but they took a turn. When Sam turned 10, he stole my mom's diamond ring and gave it to his classmate to impress her.
A pretty ring for a pretty girl?
Are you crazy? I can't take this.
Sam got so mad he punched the girl in the face. Then he sold mom's ring to his friend.
I'll give it to you for $50.
40!
Deal!
One day, Sam's teacher called my parents in for a meeting. Of course, they were too busy to go and sent me and Naomi instead.
We came because our parents have leukemia. Oh my god.
No, she means anemia.
No, I think I meant amnesia. They're getting old and crazy.
They're just sick, and we came instead of them. Can you tell us what the problem is?
Sam gave one of his classmates a black eye. He broke a window, and he's been terrorizing the other students.
When we got home, I went straight to Sam's room. We need to talk about what's going on with you in school.
I'm busy.
If you keep this up, you might get expelled.
Get out!
Sam slammed the door in my face. He was very stubborn, but I wanted to help him. When my mom and stepdad came back that night, Naomi and I told them everything.
It's those mean kids. They hate me. And they're always making fun of me because I don't have nice things.
Oh, darling, we're so sorry.
We'll buy you new clothes.
Then Mom took Sam on a shopping spree. I couldn't believe they fell for his act. Later that night, my parents went out of town for a business dinner, and Naomi and I were watching Avatarworld videos in my room when Sam appeared out of nowhere.
Hey, stupid witches, you're gonna pay for telling on me.
Get out of the way, psycho! We're trying to watch TV!
Sam pulled out a huge jar of crickets from behind his back and smashed it onto the floor. The crickets landed in our hair and all over our clothes.
Ha ha ha! Get them, my pretties!
A couple of months later, Mom and Stepdad called us into the living room to tell us we were moving into a brand new, fancy house.
So wait, we're rich again?
Yes, we have twice as much money as we had before.
Thank God! I hated being poor.
Now I can go to a fancy college.
Only the best for my daughter.
A month later, Naomi left for college in another city. I could have gone away too, but I was too worried about Sam. So I got enrolled in a college close to home. But soon after, my stepdad enrolled Sam in an expensive private school, and he started hanging out with these spoiled rich kids. I had to make sure that he didn't get into some big trouble. In my sophomore year, I was reading in the park one day when suddenly I spotted a big dog running at crazy speed with a guy my age trying to grab his leash. His name was Alex, and he was a senior in my university. I gave him my hoodie, and we ended up talking for a while. I hadn't even realized 2 hours had gone by. Oh shoot, I gotta go. I gotta check in on my little brother.
So how? How do I get your hoodie back to you? Maybe I could take you out for dinner tomorrow?
Oh, I'm sorry, but with the university and some things at home, I really don't have time to date.
Gotcha. Well, here's my number. Just let me know where I can drop it then.
He started walking away, and so did I. But a part of me felt like I was doing the wrong thing. Hey, wait! How about a coffee tomorrow?
Sounds like a good place to start.
Alex and I started dating, and being with him just made me happy. For the first time, it felt like someone was noticing what I needed and was taking care of me. But things at home with Sam just kept getting worse. He was skipping classes and getting detention all the time. And then some creepy guys started coming around the house looking for Sam when my parents weren't home. When I asked him who they were, he just told me to mind my business. Then one night, Sam came home with a bruised face. Are you okay? What's going on?
I'm fine, sis. I can take care of myself.
Sam, I can't be your babysitter forever. I have a life of my own, and one day I'll just leave.
Then leave. My life, my choices. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change.
Then he just hugged me and cried. The next morning I tried to talk to him, but he was already gone. I'm worried about Sam. I think something's going on with him.
You worry too much, honey. Sam's fine.
Have you seen his face?
He said he got hurt during football practice.
Soon after I graduated, Alex proposed. And I was over the moon! I'd have to move out, but I would only be 10 minutes away from Sam. Not that he seemed to care much either way. And on my wedding day, Sam was nowhere to be found. I kept calling him, but I couldn't get through, and we couldn't postpone the ceremony any longer. I felt so upset that he had missed this. But 2 hours later, I finally got a panicked call from Sam asking me to pick him up from some bad neighborhood. "You're not a baby anymore. You just ruined one of the most important days of my life. I've always been there for you, and you couldn't even be there for me, even today." I started to give up hope of fixing him. I was fighting a battle alone, a battle that wasn't mine, and my parents just made things worse. Sam failed high school, but my stepdad paid the school board to give him passing grades. It made me so mad, but I had no say in the matter. Then one day, the company I worked for gave me an amazing job promotion if I moved to California. It was a great opportunity, but I felt unsure. Alex supported me either way, but I tossed and turned all night, thinking about what to do, and finally called Naomi.
You've got one life, Emery. You can either live it for Sam or live it for yourself.
Sam had started interning at his dad's firm, but I observed him for some weeks and saw that he still had the same kind of friends and was still blowing money and partying the same way. And I finally made my decision.
What? You're going to California? That's across the country. I need you here, Emery.
No, not really. You only need me around to clean up your messes. But I'm done doing that. Sam, you were right. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change.
Emery, please. You're all I have.
You've got Mom and Dad, and they'll take care of you in their own way. You're their kid. I just can't be your parent anymore.
But you're my big sister.
And I'll always be there for you as that. So when you decide to fix your ways, come and see me, okay? I love you, Sam, but I'm leaving. It's time.